Welcome viewers to this evening's show with the director Sudipto Sen of the Kerala Story. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am,
Yeah,
to having me here.
yeah.
And
First of all, I would like to congratulate you
thank you
for a
so much.
brilliantly made movie, very slick, perfect without editing and everything was perfect because I'm a filmmaker myself. I was watching every corner to see did you cut any corners? No. In the
Thank you.
special screening that was shown to some journalists, Sudipto Sen has proved that he is one of the best directors that I have seen. Okay, and the movie is far more than what I expected. Because
Thank you.
to make a bold movie like this in today's times takes a lot of courage. So first,
Thank you.
I'll just ask him to tell us a bit about it, and then we will start the discussion. So please go ahead, Sudiptoji. Just tell us, how you started and what were the problems that you
I
faced.
was quite perturbed, quite disturbed with the news in 2014 when a 19 years old girl uh, been converted, and within 15 days of conversion, she realized that she was being trapped, and within 15, 16 days she came back to she reconverted. Once she is reconverted, she was being hounded. I mean, hounded by press, hounded by government, legal system, police. So she could not handle the situation, and so she decided with her parents, she decided to go back to her native village. But by train, when they reached there next morning, realized that last night their house was been burnt. She had no place to stay. So that story actually, that incident actually disturbed me a lot, because I am a sensitive human being. So anybody hearing this kind of story is very, very discouraging, very, very disturbing. Now, so that is the journey, start of my journey. I then started chasing stories of this kind of manipulative conversion stories, and one after another incidences started coming to me. I started meeting girls, the girls who are the survivor of this kind of manipulative conversion. Then similar stories, similar agonies, and similar perpetration has been seen. It has been real. I realized that it is such a heinous nexus been hatched to recruit the terrors to convert, and all the conversion definitely do not end in recruitment and trafficking, but definitely there is a pattern to make them separate them from their family. So this kind of the number started getting staggered, it's become huge. So I realized that I will choose few of them. So I started making a documentary film on these girls, and in 2018 I made that documentary called In the Name of Love, the melancholy of God's own country, and I got a best film award in London International Film Festival. उसके बाद I decided to the people like the film, and I decided to make a feature film. So naturally, the for a feature film, the research, uh, getting the instances in much more information was required. So we started gathering that those informations, and I finally ended up reaching uh, Bipul Shah, my producer. And the day I narrated the story, he was almost in tears, and he could not believe that this kind of atrocities could happen with the women, girls, our sisters, our mothers, sister-in-laws. So we decided to work on the script. So we started working on the script. Another 1 year we took from for the scripting, and finally we made the film. And it is basically, though the subject is very big, subject has a lot of international involvement. It is a terrorism of a different level, but we were not lured by the vastness of the huge periphery, the skyline of the story. We stick to the story of three girls.
Yes.
and one of the girls who is right now in Afghanistan jail. One girl committed suicide. Her parents, I met her parents. Her parents are still waiting for the justice. Another girl who had been repeatedly raped, and she's right now in a hibernation. She's now hiding because she's still been hounded by the perpetrators. So we put together their stories, and through their stories, we try to tell what exactly this terror network look like.
Yeah. So, Sudipto ji, it seems like, I was watching some other channels as well as, the news regarding your movie. And what seems to upset people is the numbers of women who were, taken and converted and made sex slaves. Now, here my question to the viewers is that before this happened to the Kerala girls, friends, don't forget the fact genocide of Yazidis happened by the Islamic State was carried out in the Sinjar area of northern Iraq in the mid 2010s. And during this time, girls were forced into sexual slavery by ISIS, and thousands of Yazidi men were killed. And during this time, the women were separated from their families and they were sold in the Arab markets. And they had to undergo very, very terrible times where they had no water, food, shelter, or any such stuff. And then ultimately, they were put in, once they were saved, they were put in refugee camps. And there were an estimated of 360,000 Yazidis who lived in camps. Now,
Absolutely.
I want to ask these same people who, are talking about the numbers in the Kerala story. Will they count the Yazidi women and tell us how many were there?
Okay.
Yeah.
Very sad.
So
Very sad.
before the Kerala story started,
Minaji, the problem is,
the Yazidi stories had started. At that
Mina-
time, you didn't ask this question to the Yazidi. The UN has declared this. Okay. So you are
Minaji,
asking this question just because it's an Indian director?
absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Minaji, actually, what happened is we have become very, very insensitive. We don't want to hear the true stories. True stories actually trouble you. It troubles your sensitivity. It troubles the sensitivity of our politicians. So, first thing politicians do is ban this.
Yeah.
Ban this film. Now, by banning what they will achieve, it is like ostrich hiding the face in the sand.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And what they will achieve by banning it? can they
Yeah.
can they eradicate the pain? Can they give justice to Gitanjali's parents? Can they bring Shalini back to her mother? So the point is, I decided to be silent and request folded hand watch the film. And I don't think after watching the film we will not ask about the number 32,000. The issue is, it is not 32,000. It could be some, but some people told us it is more than 50,000.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
nowhere in the film I ever said that this 32,000 or 50,000 goes to ISIS. No, the pattern is, Minaji, these girls been indoctrinated. They are been brainwashed,
Drugged.
and
They are
for a point of
raped.
time, they
Yes.
drug, they do lot of tricks, and finally, when they converted, first thing they do is they dissociate them from the family. Now, in Kerala, thousands of girls are, maybe they are, some of them are in Kerala, remain in Kerala, some of them have gone to Middle East, but they are not in touch with the family. If you
Yeah.
have seen our first teaser, in that teaser we categorically said that if your daughter does not come back by 12 o'clock in the night, what do you go through? Now we call our country Bharat Mata. एक माता की बेटी घर नहीं आए, 32,000 लड़की, 50,000 लड़की, चलो 32-50 गलत है, 200 लड़की घर नहीं आए, क्या वो माँ की दिल का क्या हाल होता होगा? मतलब इतनी बड़ी हिपोक्रेसी में एक सोसाइटी जीते कैसे है?
First of all, Sudipto ji, see, there was a very big political, background to this itself. I don't remember. I don't know whether you remember. Trump had called this, create the creators of ISIS or the founders of ISIS. He blamed them on Clinton and Hillary Clinton and Obama. See, this what started off as a political thing, moved into a very dangerous game where the poor people, because Yazidi women were not basically, they were Hindus, and they were called as, infidels. They could be raped, and anything could be done to them, and that's how the whole thing started. Now, what I found in this movie, friends, viewers, is that how well Sudipto ji has told the story. Because see, in Kerala, the girl usually girls are pretty innocent. When they are in school, they can get brainwashed very easily. You tell them some stories and all that, and then they start believing it. Because basically, the message in the movie is so good. You are not teaching them anything about your own religion. Okay, you have to tell them what is the background to our religion. Do the prayer on this time, do these things. If this background was taught to these young girls, you know there would have been much more awareness. So when the slow brainwashing started, instead of having a mother or a grandmother teaching them things, you have another lady indoctrining all these things to them, and because of their innocence, they start believing it. And then what they see is,
They,
they see,
actually,
yes, please.
what happened is, Minaji, they first instill the fear element.
Yes, yes.
If you are if you are not using hijab, you will be raped.
Yes.
You are exposed to
Yeah.
all the satans of the
Yeah.
society.
So we will skip that part. We will not go deep into that. But what I'm saying is, this people have to watch the movie and understand themselves. Okay. Now, as you said, the fear once instilled in innocent young girls, they also see something else. They see a very nice life. Some
Yeah.
handsome men come into their lives, and they are young, and they want to fall in love. And what happens is, in the process of falling in love, what is actually love for these girls is business for the other men. It is making money, and making money using these girls as puppets. So what happens? See, Sudipta ji, see, on this channel we have discussed with Kajal, Hindustani, love jihad many times. Okay, and many a times we have exposed so many cases, and Kajal is doing a brilliant job of getting many women, back to the fold, rescuing them. So many things are also happening. So simultaneously, at this time, your movie comes out. I think you have worked on this for 7 years, right?
Yes. From
Yeah.
2014, I started working.
Yes, so much of research has gone into it, and so much of details have gone into it. So friends, what I was really surprised when I watched this movie is that as the movie moves from the picturesque beauty of Kerala, they have shown Kerala in such a beautiful way, paddies and paddy fields, and how the girl is enjoying herself, running around, going to the temple, praying, all these things, and then moving to the deserted, isolated area of Afghanistan, and more towards Iraq. The brilliance, with which he has taken the camera and shown how, from a land of fertility, so much of, life and love, you are going to a barren island where there is nothing, nothing, and even if you are going to have a child, you will lose the child, because it is in such circumstances that innocent young women are trafficked, and they are trafficked in such a state that they don't even have a mobile in their hand. Okay, how can you imagine even one day without a mobile in your hand? Today you can't. And these
Six
young
hours.
educated girls are there, absolutely helpless, locked in a room with nothing. And if their husbands disappear, who are themselves ISIS fighters, then they are just thrown as sex slaves to the others. So when this same story was told by Yazidi women, when they made their confessions, everybody took a sympathetic eye, and UN immediately noted that this was something they had to look into. So the same thing Sudipto ji has done, and instead of applauding him and telling him, what a wonderful job you have done, what a brilliant job, because see, you have had the courage to bring out reality.
Thank you.
And in this reality, you have also done a very, very big thing. You have given a message to millions of girls: beware. Okay? So this is a movie that has to be seen by your sisters, your cousins, your sisters-in-law. All the women in India need to see this.
Yes.
Don't see it as a culture or anything. This is something called trafficking,
Yes.
and this is done for more,
And,
whatever you
and,
can see, money,
and
politics, whatever.
Meenaji, through
Yes,
your channel, I just wanted to say that we had and we have highest regard for the state called Kerala. We have highest regard for Kerala's culture, Kerala's rituals, everything about Kerala we liked. Only thing got wrong is in the taking the chance of this polluted political cultural demography. This perpetrator has entered inside the society, and what is happening is the sad part is whenever you talk about those terrorists who are into the business of trafficking girls, a group of people stand by say we are Islamophobic. So what is the relationship between the terrorist and the Islamophobia? I still don't understand. They only say that the terror has no religion. If terror does not have any religion, then why the terrorist in Kerala has a particular religion? I don't understand. I really don't understand.
yeah,
Anyway,
and trafficking of women happening anywhere is a crime.
absolutely, absolutely. So, Minaji, I have to go for another because in 2 days,
Absolutely.
see,
Yeah,
just in there, imagine that we don't put we could not put big hoardings, big money on advertisement. So you are the people who we are dependent on you. We made a film now. If you liked, through your channel, we'll request that please come
absolutely,
and watch
absolutely.
the film on 5th of May,
Yeah,
and we may meet again, discuss the impact of the film. Thank you
yeah.
so much,
Wish
Minaji.
you all success. Yes, and
I
thank you
really
so much.
appreciate your effort to support us. Thank you so much
Thank you,
on
and
behalf
good
of my
night.
good
Yeah,
night.
good night. So, friends, as you see, whenever we talk about this movie, if you talk about the Yazidis, you'll realize that, see, they have been, the story has completely been revealed and exposed. Similarly, this director has done a great job by exposing what is happening not only in Kerala, in other parts also. A lot of Hindu and Christian girls were taken, converted into sex slaves, and then used and thrown in jail. So this is the sort of ethos we are looking at. And also, movie is very well taken into consideration of limited budget, tight script. Can you tell us where you shot the? Yes, actually, we hear he is jumping from India Today to other channels, so he gave us 15 minutes, in his busy schedule to be with us, and for that, I'm really thankful to Sudipto ji. So, and please understand, friends, that he is not a first-time director. He's also made many other films like Asma and The Last Monk and Lucknow Times. So these are some of the other movies that he has made. So let me move on to the other news. So let me just, yeah. So yeah, one second, friends.